Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we're gonna be talking about a guy. What? Okay. What? Okay. Alright, we're gonna be talking about a guide on how to upgrade your heroes early on. This especially works at lower ranks, as of course the classes is not really required to be that high, as of course you will be limited with the upgrades for your rank. Alright? So, to start off, oh, and yeah, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Turn on the notification to all notifications so you're not gonna miss an upload or stream from my channel, and smash the like button. I'd highly appreciate that. And of course, share this video to all other commanders out there who's wanting to plan on upgrading their hero and not mess up. Okay, so here we go. First up, we got Cerberus, and I have class 6 here. It is quite decent for my. Oh, crap. Okay, it is actually quite decent for my rank, especially that the Cerberus is easier to use. The use of the Cerberus is really direct. Okay, front combat and support, and it's good for revealing chameleon, as of course you can just jump straight into the chameleon fog, destroying and damaging every unit that is inside the fog, and so on and so forth. Can also be very tanky with the passive ability. If the HP is lower than 25%, when the damage taken activates the energy protection, blocks 75% of incoming damage for 6 seconds, 6.6 seconds, and the ability to cooldown is 34 seconds. Alright, so the upgrade that I have here would be HP. Okay. HP, I did not max it out, as of course he is already tanky. So if just compare, he's more like of a Zeus with a tier 2 armor. Okay, tier 2 armor. So he has an armor similar to that of a Vertex or a Hammer. Okay, and an Armadillo too, as well as a Typhoon and a Torrent. So yeah, looking at it here, upgrading the HP can be really useful, as it will make him tanky and of course gain more speed. Keep in mind that upgrading the HP increases its ability to turn around faster and walk or run faster. Maximum speed is 75, as I've mentioned, so he has a similar speed to that of a rifleman and can catch up to those units if you're planning on chasing them. He can literally fire on the move, but will be less accurate. So the plan here is upgrading the HP. Second is the armor, okay, because I plan to use him as a support frontal type combat mode. And this Cerberus is very good, especially at lower ranks. The damage that it can dish out is quite decent, and it can literally 1 to 3 shot your enemy infantry. Alright, so enemy infantry, it can literally 1 or 3 shot machine gun those infantry, making quick work out of them. Now, what I upgraded next is, after the HP and the armor, is the missile. Okay, because majority of the time you'll be dealing with coyotes and the wasp, dragonfly, armadillos, and so on. Alright? No. So, the rockets do deal a good amount of damage for, let's see, armor level 2. Meaning armadillos, dragonflies, wasp, and so on. Now, he has 1 weapon but 3 types of usage, okay? So the bayonet missile is, say for example, you used your jump jet in in close quarter combat, or just 1 cell apart between your enemy infantry and Cerberus, then yeah, he can just one shot everyone there with the bayonet, vibro bayonet, which is the blade portion of his weapon. Okay, so the range is not really that good, but it's a melee combat and it can literally one shot, so why not? Okay, second is the Matilda gun. This is the machine gun portion of his weapon, and really effective against infantry. As you guys can see, 240 for the Matilda gun, and the range is 6, 276 fire rate. It's not really that bad, to be honest with you. It's actually quite good. Now, the accuracy, if it's stationary, would be 84, but when on the move, as I mentioned earlier, he will have less accuracy. The vibro bayonet is actually a sure hit with 100% accuracy, because he can only use this as a melee and beside an enemy infantry. Again, enemy infantry. Now, HE rockets, as I mentioned earlier, this is the rockets that he fires while he's on the move. Okay, keep in mind that he do switch his weapon based on the enemy that is within range. If it's an infantry while running around, he's going to have to fire the Matilda gun. But if it's a vehicle that he's chasing, then yeah, he'll going to fire the HE rockets. Okay, so 82% accuracy and then 73.6 for while on the move. Okay, the explosion radius is actually not bad. 1.12. Okay, so looking at it here, after the HE rockets, I upgraded the AR interface to make it more accurate because, regardless of the firepower, if it doesn't hit, it's useless. Okay, just a little bit of upgrade there, and then of course the Matilda gun. The Matilda gun increases the range as well as the damage of the machine gun as well as the bayonet melee weapon. Alright, so it increases the damage of all aspects of the melee and the machine gun portion and the range as well. And reduces targeting time so he can fire quickly. Okay? So yeah, that's basically it for the Cerberus. Oh, and keep in mind that if you increase the class of the Cerberus, not only will you have 10 more upgrades available to you, but you will also have more firepower to those skill and making them more effective in general. So you can use it more often as the cooldown will be reduced, the distance of activation will be increased so you can activate the skill further. The damage to armor level 2 and level 3 is really not that bad, but it's more on focused of early unit army composition. So his damage is good against armor level 2 and 1 or infantry in general. Okay, so energy shell decreased damage. A damage decrease will be plus 2%, a duration of 4 seconds, and then of course the ability to cool down or the shield can be used again will be reduced by 1.3. Okay, so again, more classes equals more upgrade and more effective skill. We go over to the Seraphim. Okay, Seraphim is actually a very, very good hero, and it's hypothetically one or arguably the best hero the Confederation has, depending on how it is used, and so on. Alright, so what I needed to upgrade was, of course, the HP, making it move faster. The maximum speed on air or AVM mode would be 100, and then of course 42 when it's on land mode or that walker, whatever mode you call it. And then of course the armor. Alright, again, upgrading the HP increases the speed as well as the ability for it to turn around. And making it more tankier, the armor is very straightforward, reduces the damage, making it tankier and durable in general. Okay, so what I upgraded here is the HP first, the armor, and then of course the energy shell. Okay, now the Seraphim is actually very effective with cyclones included along with it, while both of them can fire on the move, and the cyclones can actually tank the damage of all anti-air unless the enemy focuses on your Seraphim alone or targets your Seraphim. But in general, this works best as anti-air towers cannot select targets, or the player's anti-air, a player cannot really designate a target for the anti-air. Okay? Yeah, energy shell, making him deal more damage against armor level 3, level 2, and everything in general. Okay, so HP is 7,000, view, and the armor on air. Keep in mind that the Seraphim has more armor on land mode than that of the AVM mode. Okay, now the range of fire rate would be 8, or the range is 8, and the damage that it can dish out is 281 per salvo on those guns. Again, 281 salvos per gun or per bullet. Okay, now the accuracy is not really that bad, but keep in mind that while he is on the move, there will be less accuracy. Okay, now this is the ground mode autocannon, and it has less range but more accuracy. If you compare the two, less range equals more accuracy. More range equals less accuracy. Keep that in mind. Okay, now what stands out for this Seraphim is its ability to go on the offensive. It has a burst type of damage when it comes to the passive ability, which increases or doubles the rate of fire of those cannons and increases the movement speed by 30%. The ability to cooldown would be 78.2 seconds and the duration will be 6.2 seconds. Rate of fire would be 309. Keep in mind that the higher the class, the better the more effective the passive will be. Okay, and the faster you can use the passive ability. Punishment is, of course, this is the real deal. When it comes to demolishing an enemy army that are clumped up, and also dealing damage to enemy buildings. The passive ability of the Seraphim is very, very good against those. And no, yeah, the damage that it can deal out again with each salvo energy 20 energy warhead. So you multiply 756 damage to armor level 3 to times 20 and you get that much damage. And I mean, in total you can get more damage. Really, really good damage on this ability right here, and it's arguably one of the best ability out there when it comes to demolishing things and going on a saboteur or hit and run tactics of the Seraphim to enemy unguarded base. Okay, yeah, that's how I upgraded it. Oh, and don't forget to upgrade the energy auto cannons Lazarus, as of course it will somewhat increase the range of the weapon itself on both land and air, as well as the targeting time and reload time as well, making it one of the most important upgrades of this Seraphim, as of course you need that gun to fire at a faster reload rate and so on. Now we move over to the Solaris. Again, the Solaris is very straightforward. It has one unique ability to fly or hover around the area, making him really, really effective on sea or on the ocean, as of course torpedo platforms will not fire at him. He is not considered as an air target, so the flak cannons of the naval platform will not fire at him as well. So he's basically immune to all sorts of minefield as well as all sorts of torpedo. Alright, so keep that in mind, and the maximum speed would be 66, similar to that of a Jaguar. Okay, keep in mind that the Solaris is basically like that of a hammer on steroids, as he can fly or hover around, avoiding any minefields, as well as, well, attack on the move with a burst fire. Okay, so it has an insane amount of HP, 16,000. Armor is also not that bad. I have class 5 right here, but it's literally good enough for me. Although if I can get this higher, that will be better, since Solaris is a very powerful hero that leans toward a direct frontal combat, a hit and run tactic, and front confrontation, and so on. Now, upgrading the HP once more will make him move faster, turn around faster, and make him more tankier. Armor, very straightforward, reduces damage taken by this hero. Now, why I upgraded the weapon here to max of my rank is because of the damage. The weapon of the Solaris upgrade, it can increase the damage, reload rate, and range of the weapon itself. So it can literally increase 3 types of things with just the weapon upgrade. Okay. Now, just the weapon upgrade here, as you guys can see, the damage is insane. Counting out the E.M.S.G strike, which is its active ability, we'll go over that later on. Now, the accuracy is not really that bad, but I upgraded the battle analysis system. So keep in mind, the way that I upgraded this would be the HP, the armor, the gun, and then the accuracy. Okay, that's how I upgraded it. And then of course, the high capacity power system only increases the damage that the weapon can deal. So I don't really plan on upgrading this further, but I will if I get more class. Okay, so yes, what stands out for the Solaris, it's its ability to go land and ocean and so on, and be invulnerable to minefields and torpedoes, barracudas, and so on, and its burst type of damage. Okay, now chain lightning strikes up to 4 enemies around the target. With chain lightning, the damage dealt is reduced by 22% with each bounce. Okay, now the damage that it can deal is less than the regular attack or normal attack right here, but that's completely fine, as it can reveal units that are inside the fog by those lightnings that are going to strike it. So the number of lightnings is 4, can increase with higher class. The ability to cooldown is literally one of the shortest cooldowns ever there is in the game. The distance of activation is 8 cell, and the distance to have the lightning bounce around would be if the enemy units are 3 cells apart. Okay, so EM strike is very straightforward. It's actually a massive long range burst damage, which can clean out, you know, huge tons of units in a very straight line. It is 2 cells wide and the distance of up to 11 cells. Okay, so it's like a huge cannon. Yeah, it's like a huge cannon. Okay, time of preparation is literally very short, 1.7 seconds. Can be shorter with the higher class. The damage that it can deal to buildings as well as armor level 3 in general is 12,000. The ability to cooldown is short, 1.5 seconds or 1.5 minutes, or yeah, 94 seconds. Okay, so it's quite short. Now, remember that more class means more effective skill. So as you guys can see right here, both the passive of the Solaris or both the skill of the Solaris is leaning towards offensive. Okay, he can fire its full potential on the move, given that there's less accuracy, but still, if it hits, dang, the damage will hurt. Okay, so active ability and more classes will make the active and the passive ability cooldown less or cooldown faster. And distance of chain lightning plus 0.25 cell, and distance of activation for the EM strike will be higher. Time to prepare, meaning having the Solaris fire its EM strike will be shorter as well as increased damage. So yes, again, this hero right here is one of the easiest to use. You just need to accompany it, or if you know that your enemy does not have Avia or any form of Avia, then yeah, you can use the Solaris and the Seraphim for both Saboteur missions like hit and run guerrilla tactics, as they can deal out insane amounts of damage to a burst type of building, unit, and so on. Can literally tank 3 Jaguars and kill them alone. So yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Alright, so that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you've learned something, you can share this to other players out there who can avoid mistakes while upgrading the heroes. And again, keep in mind that this guide is leaning towards lower ranks for the classes. Doesn't necessarily need to be high at lower ranks, because heroes are going to be effective at lower ranks due to unit survivability being less at lower ranks. Likewise, guys, smash the like button if you are new to my channel, and subscribe. Turn on the notification to all notification, and comment down below what are your thoughts in today's video. Have yourself a great day. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck with your battles. Bye bye.